In this presentation, we are going to look at Borno under the Shehus. And under this Borno under the Shehus, we are going to look at the loss of power of Borno Empire by the Saifawa dynasty. Borno Empire was one of the well-organized political structures that existed in the sub-Saharan Africa. A good part of what is known today, what was known as Borno Empire, can be found in the present-day Nigeria. Some parts of Borno Empire can be found in the present-day Niger Republic, and as well Chad Republic. The empire was so influential and so powerful, and there was one of the key players during the trans-Saharan trade route period. But the influence of this empire at the time started dwindling. A lot of factors affected the growth of this empire. Well, the ruling class or the ruling dynasty of this empire that lasted over 1,000 years was known as the Saifawa dynasty. And some theorists and some historians believe that the Saifawa dynasty's origin, or the origin of the Saifawa dynasty, was traceable to a man called Saif ibn Di Yazan. Well, some believe he was of Islamic background, and came to the area where he was able to mingle with some locals and was able to establish a political unit. But the bottom line was this: the influence and powers of the Saifawa dynasty started dwindling with a lot of weak kings. These weak kings could not sustain the powers or the influence of the political of the Borno Empire, or the Saifawa dynasty under Borno Empire. But there are some internal factors as well. The army of the empire fought lots of wars, which generally affected the powers of the empire. The dwindling powers of the empire, mainly on the area of the army, got to a point that even the vassal states that were hitherto paying tributes became very reluctant to pay tributes to the almighty Borno Empire. And this was the period that the Fulani jihadists were seriously having impacts in the region. They have already taken over Hausa land and established the Sokoto Caliphate. Well, with this weakness, the Fulani attempted to take over the Borno Empire. The first attempt was led by a Fulani man called Gwoni Mukhtar. But basically, the Fulani, the Shua Arabs, and the Tuaregs felt that they were not being given the right positions in the Borno Empire, despite the fact that they contributed immensely to the economic growth of Borno Empire. So for this reason, these minority groups started creating or generating some troubles. First, the Tuaregs were seriously attacking the empire, even defeated the army of Borno at Mandara, with the support of the Fulani and also the Shua Arabs. So with this weakness, Gwoni Mukhtar attacked Borno Empire and ended up taking over the capital of Borno Empire, precisely in Gazagamo. Well, this was during the reign of a very weak king under the Saifawa dynasty called Mai Almad. Mai Almad was believed to be weak. In fact, he was believed to be blind and old. So he ran away from Ngazagamo with the attack of the Fulani and ran over to a nearby region, precisely the Ngala region, where he sought refuge. But before his flight, there was a very influential Islamic scholar, an educated one at that, a Kanemi man called Kanemi. Kanemi was very influential, an Islamic preacher, a diviner that had the respect of a lot of persons. He had a lot of followers because of his activities. He was already at Ngala, the region where Ahmed ran to. Because of the weakness of Ahmed and his not being capable of defending Ngazagamu, he relinquished power to his son, Dunama. By this shift in power, Dunama or my Dunama became the next king of Borno Empire. Then Dunama started organizing an expedition to retake Ngazagamu. But he realized the fact that Kanemi's influence was to be useful to him. This was because the Fulani attempted to take over Ngala and were defeated by the Kanemi. First, by this defeat, he realized that the Fulani can be defeated. He realized as well that with the help of Kanemi, he can always recover his territory. Well, he sought the help of Kanemi. Kanemi ended up rescuing Ngazagamu from the hands of the Fulani. In that attack, Kanemi and his men ended up killing Goni Mukhtar. Well, by killing Goni Mukhtar, Dunama rewarded Kanemi with slaves, ivory, money, and some other gifts. Then he went ahead to re-establish his capital at Ngazagamu. But the influence of the Fulani still existed. For the second time, the Fulani came up also and displaced him at Ngazagamu. This second attempt or second attack was led by another Fulani man called Ibrahim Zaki. Majdunama as well sought the help of Kanemi. But in this second request, Kanemi brought in his own request as well. He requested that some parts of Borno be given to him. For this reason, Dunama relinquished some part of Borno, precisely the Ngunu area. Ngunu area was given to Kanemi, where he settled, and then those areas were given to him as well as a means of settlement. In those areas, he was made to be the landlord of that area. He was free to collect taxes and do whatever he wishes to do there, all by himself. Well, he was able to rescue Ngazagamu for the second time. Then this made Dunama to go back to his capital. But something really happened. The nobles in the empire felt unhappy with the influence of Kanemi, and also unhappy with the inability of Majdunama to protect their territory. For this reason, they deposed Majdunama and replaced him with his uncle called Mai Muhammad Ngulerima. Mai Muhammad Ngulerima moved the capital of Borno Empire from Ngazagamu to another region very close to Ngunu called Kafela, Benin Kafela. That was very few kilometers. That was just very few kilometers from where Muhammad Kanemi was given as his territory. Well, apart from the fact that he needed some level of protection and help from Kanemi, my Ngulirima made this attempt with the intention of trying to reduce the influence of Kanemi, possibly by taking out Kanemi in order to take over his structures. Kanemi felt this and went after Ngulirima. At the end of the day, he deposed Ngulirima and brought back Maijunama. Maijunama, in this second coming, having regained his throne, ended up rewarding Kanemi more and more. But with this restatement, Maijunama had already become an outright stooge for Kanemi. So it was just very basic. He was a figurehead, but the whole empire was under the control of Kanemi. Well, by this period, Kanemi has already taken the title Shehu. With time, Maijunama felt insecure and made an attempt on Kanemi, which resulted to his death. Having taken away Junama completely, Kanemi took over the total control of Borno Empire. After a while, he died, his children took over. He was able to establish a dynasty, although his dynasty did not last as long as the Saifawa dynasty. The Saifawa dynasty lasted over 1,000 years, while the Kanemi dynasty didn't last long before the Europeans came in, and the Borno Empire lost its control to the Europeans. Please subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so that anytime we drop any content, you'll be one of the earliest persons to be notified. Thank you. Please as well share our contents so that we'll get more people in order for us to discuss African history to its extensive and objective point. Thank you for being part of this content and this presentation.